This is the United States of America, one of the most powerful empires in our entire human history. If we look at the powerful empires in human history, no one was as far away from the rest of the world as America is, and despite this distance, no other country had as much control over the world as America. Since 1890, America has been the world #1 economy. Despite having only a 5% population share, America controls 30% of the world's wealth and resources. 20% of the world manufacturing takes place in America, and that is not all. In fact, America has a 40% share in all the military spending in the world right now. Now it is important to mention one thing here: we are neither pro-America nor anti-America. The basic purpose of this video is to present the facts while remaining neutral. It should be presented in such a way that many people can get educated about the reality. Along with many other factors, the biggest role in making America the world's superpower is its geography. The geography of North America is so gifted. It was natural that whatever civilization would settle here would definitely become a world superpower. Let me explain why I am saying this. The biggest role in making America a world superpower is played by its river system, and most of all the Mississippi River, starting from Lake Ithaca in 1905 and falling into the Gulf of Mexico. It is the second longest river in North America and the fourth longest river in the world. This river connects about 30 other rivers and lakes in America, and even the largest river of North America, Mijo River. It meets it at one point. This river has a very big role in making America a global power. The water of 31 states of America is connected to it, and if this route is measured, then the length of this entire river system is 4,000 kilometers. The real specialty of this river is not its size, but its navigability. This means that the flow and width of the water of this river is ideal for all types of ships. If a ship enters America from the Gulf of Mexico, it can cross the northern border of America without any obstruction. This can go up to these types of rivers are very important for generating economic activity because it is much easier and cheaper to transport goods through these rivers as compared to rail and road. The difference is that water transport is 10 to 30 times cheaper than land transport. That is why it is very easy and cheap for factories and agricultural farms located on the banks of the Mississippi River to export their products to the rest of the world. Because of this one river, 1.2 million jobs have been created in this entire area with this one river. Because of being so connected to other rivers, many cities of America automatically become port cities, meaning their goods are easily exported by ship from here to the whole world through the Mississippi River. And most importantly, because of this great river system, America has the world's largest and fertile irrigation land, whose western side is best for growing wheat due to its hot and dry weather, while the eastern side is ideal for growing corn and soybean due to its humidity. That is why America is the world's largest corn producer. Second, it is the largest producer of soybean and the fourth largest wheat-producing country, and 92% of America's agricultural export is generated due to this Mississippi River, and all this export very easily reaches the rest of the world through this river, Mississippi River. Every year it generates $345 billion in trade and carries 630 million tons of goods each year, through ships. There is only one other river in the world that can match it: China's Yangtze River, which is the world's third longest river. 40% of China's GDP is dependent on this river. This one river is the reason behind China's entire economic progress. Every year 2.6 billion tons of goods pass through this river. What a big role do these rivers play in the economic progress of any country? You must have guessed this because the world's first and second largest economies are heavily dependent on their rivers. Another thing that is very important for the economic progress of any country is the coastline near America. America has the 8th largest coastline in the world with a length of 20,000 kilometers. This coastline is 5 times larger than the entire African continent's coastline because many islands in Africa's coastline block the way, and then America has another advantage: it has a Pacific coast. It has coastlines along both the Atlantic Oceans, because of which it has got a natural route of trade from Asia on one side and from Europe and Africa on the other side. It does not have to pay any fee or tax to any country in between for trading, and here comes America's geographic advantage, which makes it unique from all the other superpowers in history. If we zoom out and look, America is very far from the rest of the world, and it has seas on both sides if we look from the western and African sides. So in the middle, there is this 5,000 kilometers long Atlantic Ocean, and if we look from the eastern side, then it is almost 10,000 kilometers long Pacific Ocean. Being so far away from the rest of the world meant that it was very difficult for any country to directly attack America. It was almost impossible to attack through the sea. A small example of how difficult it is to attack is that after conquering Central Europe in 1940, Germany cancelled its plan to attack the UK because it was difficult for the German army to cross the 33-kilometer sea. It was very difficult, and America is thousands of kilometers away from the rest of the world, and that is why no country has been able to directly attack America till now. Only in World War II did Japan reach the US fleet standing in the Pacific Ocean when it attacked Pearl Harbor. If America had attacked then, for the last 200 years America would have been safe from any foreign invasion. Yes, now many countries like North Korea and Russia have made such missiles and weapon systems that can target America, especially North Korea. Similarly, China is now establishing its foothold in South America, and this has troubled the American think tanks a lot. Now that America's weakness is being mentioned, it is very important to mention one weakness of the Mississippi River, and that is Cuba. Actually, the Mississippi River, all the ships coming through come here in the Gulf of Mexico, and then from here go to the Atlantic Ocean. Cuba is on the way of this route. If it blocks this point, then the American economy can have a big dent. But Cuba on it itself is not powerful enough to take such a step, but some other world power can certainly do this using Cuba, and this was about to happen in 1960 when the Soviet Union deployed nuclear missiles and its troops in Cuba and made many interventions in Cuba. That destabilized its government and then finally imposed sanctions on it, which are still in place even after 60 years, because America fears that a developed Cuba can directly threaten it, or some other world power can use it. By doing this, it can choke the American trade routes. It has so many reserves of both these resources in its own country that it does not have to depend on any foreign country for its energy requirement, even if OPEC countries together make a boycott of America. They will not make any difference to it, because 90% of its gas and oil needs are met by its gas and oil imported from Canada, and then America produces so much wheat, corn and soybean that it cannot. There has never been a food shortage in the last 100 years. Apart from this, America also has the 5th largest gold and 4th largest iron ore reserves in the world. This means that there is no doubt that the planning and hard work done by America's founder 200 years ago is the reason why America is here today. He has a huge role in achieving this, but just look at how naturally gifted America is. That is unbelievable. That is why I said that it was natural that whichever nation occupies this title will definitely become a global power. No doubt at the societal and cultural level, the situation in America is not good. Along with violence, drugs and racism, unemployment is also increasing. But still, economically it is still a long way to go for America, because its leadership 200 years ago gave it a head start. It is not that easy to revert it, and then the geographical advantages that it has are hardly available to any other country in the world. If you like this video, so please like the video and subscribe to the channel, because we get a lot of motivation from it. See you in the next video with another interesting topic. Take care of yourself.